I'm just happy to be here, man. Seriously.
Yo, welcome to the show. Gather round, listen close. We got George and J.A. bringing you the most NFL podcast.
What's up, brothers?
What's up, brother?
What's up, brothers? Tuesday.
George is just happy to be here.
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm leaving that
Jesus.
in too. That was
Absolutely. We don't cut that.
No.
We don't cut things here.
There's no cuts around
No
here.
cuts, mate.
This isn't the real NFL.
This is raw.
Yeah, shout out to Sketch.
Mate, sketch
Shout out
and
to my boy
Jinxie
Sketch.
are
So-
fucking unreal.
Can I? Because I'm late to the sketch party. Can I just have a quick 5-second version? Where the fuck does this kid come from? Does he actually have autism? And
No.
why is he
No,
so
it's all an act.
All an act.
It's-
Which actually,
If it's all an act,
How
he might be the greatest actor since fucking
I
Leo
think
DiCaprio.
look, I
He's spectrum-ish.
yeah, I don't think
He's on the spectrum.
He's
mate.
spectrum-ish.
he's dancing on it. Like he's not living on it, but he's just he dips a toe in the tism
water?
lake.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Because when you see him when he's being normal, he like blinks a lot. That's a real sign of someone.
Yeah,
who's a bit-
he's ticky. He's very ticky.
Yeah.
Because one of the boys at my work, he does that a bit too with the blinking and that.
Yeah,
It's like he's
yeah.
definitely got a touch of the tears as
yeah.
well.
Have you seen him do the?
Shout out to my boy Chris.
Chris, touch the tiz, Chris.
He does the shout out for fucking Dan Katz, but he doesn't know who Dan Katz is.
Oh,
And
the
he,
big cat.
yeah, he goes.
How's he shouting out someone he doesn't know?
No, the best thing is he's like on a
Barstool Sports.
he's on a Barstool.
Yeah, I know who Big Cat is. Yeah.
No, but he's doing a live stream with Jersey Jerry, and he gets a donation. It's like, they want you to tell Dan Katz to lose some weight, and he goes, Dan Katz losing weight, you fat fuck. He
Oh,
goes,
that's big cat.
and he's like, do you know who that is? No, it's Big Cat.
In fairness,
Oh.
Big Cat could probably lose a little bit of weight.
He's a big dude. He's
He's-
a big cat.
He's not as big as he used to be. So shout out Big Cat.
Oh, really?
Shout
Shout
out
out to
Big
Big
Cat.
Cat. I'd
Shout out
love to
Big
get
Cat.
Big Cat on the show.
Let's get Big Cat on.
Mate,
get him on.
We need Brock to start sliding into all these
Start
DMs.
sliding the DMs.
I'll slide some DMs.
I know that's
tonight.
more of a George move.
That's
but-
definitely.
That's a bit of an inside joke. Sorry.
Very much an
Can't,
inside joke.
can't wait to be a part of
Play
one
on.
Sunday.
Play on.
Show Maduri, perhaps.
This is quickly fucking derailing, and I
Oh,
love
We're gonna get back on track.
We've been
it. I just want to say off the top, I'm going to repeat it. This is for my boy Skinny. I'm going to repeat it. This once every 2 weeks is no good. I need a weekly dose of you.
We
boys.
did have a discussion about this because the next week will be the draft show. We got a guest for the draft show, and then we thought, well, we could go back to a week now, but after the draft, it's I don't know if people don't remember this until it happens again, but I remember it. The NFL almost goes goes to sleep for about 2 months
Yeah.
after the draft,
Yeah.
so it'll become really hard. We got a few fun things planned.
I just want more of you boys. That's all.
That's fair. We could always just catch up, not outside the podcast,
And just not record it. And
Yeah.
Just be like normal.
No, I
people.
think we should turn into like full Barstool where we record everything.
Yeah, everything's content.
We'll become content kings.
Everything's content.
Hey, there's large portions and sections of my life that I don't want recorded
Oh,
for
we-
legal reasons.
We would have to like be very specific about what we release to people
Yeah,
as
okay, cool.
content
Okay, fine.
and who has access to our content. So if we ever do somehow make it into some sort of
No,
famous area, like I'm fucked. They could
Tim
go back
Cook's
to
gonna
Twitter from
fuck us.
10 years ago. I'd be fucked.
Tim Cook's gonna just hack our iCloud, just fuck us
Dude.
completely.
Dude, if they got a hold of our group chat, that'd be the end of the
Oh, we'd be done. We'd be done. And if anyone was going to leak it, it would be me. And only to benefit myself.
Hey, that's content. That's content.
It's content.
All right, talking of content, let's actually get into the talk,
I love it.
the
Please.
content, the topics we got
It's
down.
10 minutes, we've said nothing. Go ahead.
Well, let's talk about Georgie's boy,
Ooh.
Jordan Malata.
Oh, fantastic.
3 years, 66 million.
Yeah, that's a great signing. I think it's really good.
He's a stud.
He's a stud. He's easily a top 10 tackle, and he's worth every bit of that money and shores up that position for another 3 or 4
He's
years.
surely the highest paid Australian ever in the NFL now. Like, it wouldn't even be close.
Who else would there
The
be?
punters would be the only
Yeah,
one.
but they're
Like,
not getting paid. They're not getting
Michael
paid.
Dixon got like the biggest punter
They're
deal
not- yeah, but
ever.
they're not getting paid tackle money, bro.
No. Yeah, I think it's well deserved for Jordan. I said I can
100%.
remember when they drafted him and me thinking like, how is a guy that's played rugby league all his life going to become? I think, other than quarterback, I think left tackle and offensive line is the hardest position in football.
100%.
I think it's really challenging. It's a completely different way of moving, and you've got to think a lot. And then on top of that, it's physical as all fucking
no
hell.
shit, yeah.
So I didn't
And
think.
and DNs are only getting better every
Yes.
year. And faster and bigger and stronger.
Yeah, and I didn't know how Jordan Malata. I thought at best he could end up being maybe a good backup tackle in the
Sure,
NFL.
sure.
I would have never thought he could have become if you went back and got receipts on him when he first got signed, hope I wasn't rude, but I think I was more on the lines of I don't see how
Don't
this
see
is
it
going to
happening,
work.
yeah.
Like, and this was on the back of the Jared Hayne and all that sort of shit, where I was kind of over these Australian guys.
Yeah, that's
it was a bad time.
The
Just
Australian
claim it,
experiment. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a kind of a bit over it, but I think you look at it now, it's almost one of the most.
Yeah, but also Jared
impressive-
Hayne's a fuckkead and a criminal, and Jordan Malata from all
Jared
reports
Hayne's
is
in
a stand-up
jail,
guy. Yeah,
He's in
He's,
jail
he's
now.
still locked up.
yeah, he's in jail for bashing his ex-missus or something.
It's
Just
crazy.
proper scumbag shit.
Might be some words that rhyme with grape in there as well.
Yeah, right. Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that he wasn't.
So we won't give him a shout out then.
We don't shout him
Got a
out.
shout out to Jared.
No shout out Jared Hayne, but
Fuck
shout
that
out to
piece
Jordan
of
Malata because he's all reports he's a stand-up guy.
Yes, I've heard, and I'm not promising anything.
Loves Tim Tams.
but I'm working.
Who doesn't?
He loves Tim.
I'm working on Jordan Mailata.
Are you actually?
Legitimately,
To
I've
come,
had a response.
to come play left tackle for the Rangers, correct?
I wish he wouldn't play left tackle for us. He'd play fucking running back.
Oh, he can have my
No,
job.
He'd just play quarterback and be like, just snap the ball to him and let him do what
Just
he.
run.
Well, what's the play? It's like, I don't know, Jordan. What do you want to do? Where do you want us to not block for you?
You're the quarterback, Jordan. You
Yeah.
should know the
Wow,
playbook.
I'll tell you
Just-
what, we get Jordan. That's a big get.
You just run away from everyone while we watch you.
We get Jordan. We're on it. We're already in another.
I'm working on it. I have had a response, but it's not likely. But you never know. You got to try.
I was going to say, does money need to change hands? But he just got 6 million. He doesn't need
If
our
there's
money.
one, I think if there's one thing that would motivate Jordan to go on a podcast with us three idiots, it wouldn't be.
it
Money.
would definitely be.
It'd be probably having a laugh. So
Shout out to Jordan.
another big contract.
We love
this
Aussies
week.
doing well in the NFL.
100%. Him and I know Gotts is on a deal now. Still on a deal in the
Shout out, my
Jaguars.
boy. And hey, shout out to Gotts, is the only man to ever put me on Mars.
That's
shout out.
very true. I saw it.
Shout out Gotts.
I think he did it twice.
No, just once.
I don't know.
Once was enough. I thought I was going to die.
At 17. What a weapon. Panthers, a little bit of good news coming out of Pantherland, which has been
really.
it's been few and far between lately. They re-signed their big nose tackle Derek Brown to a 4-year, $96 million contract.
Yep.
It's the guy they drafted, I think, 5th overall
Yep.
3 or 4 years ago. It would have been 3 years ago, I'd say.
Yep.
Really good player. I don't understand the Panthers because you let Brian Burns trade him for nothing and then sign Derek Brown, he's probably similar to like a Dexter Lawrence sort of guy,
Yep.
like maybe not as good, but big inside and run stuff that can move and do some things. I like him, but what are they actually doing there at the Panthers?
Do they have a plan there?
No, that's what I
No.
mean. Like, if you let Brian, like, wouldn't you keep Brian Burns and then be like, hey, we're going to give you money. They've got so much cap. We're going to give you money. We're going to give Derek Brown money. We're going to at least have 2 really good players on our defensive line, and we're going to build from that.
Mm.
They don't seem to be building from fucking anywhere.
The only thing I see them doing is actually just clearing up cap. So in a year's time, when they do have some good draft picks, because they're going to be shit again,
They're going to be shit again.
they
That I
can
fucking
they can
guarantee.
get a good fucking. They're going to get a number 1 fucking receiver. They're going to get a couple star players,
Yeah.
and then they'll have the money to pay those other fucking hired guns to come in.
And they're going to miss their
And do the
rookie
fucking-
window because of Bryce Young. Now, whether he ends up being good is
No, they got to move on from him.
I think next year we'll know. But I think if he say he ends up being okay,
See, I don't think
they're going to
next
have to pay him. They're not going to get much of a rookie deal.
Next year we'll know. Is that what you just said?
We'll know next year if he's done in the NFL. I think.
No, I don't think
You reckon? I know you reckon he's no good, but I've seen like Josh Allen.
Well, look
Everyone
at
thought he was done after his 2nd year, and he turned
But
into
he
one of the best players.
has the physical attributes, bro.
Yeah, Bryce Young, you're right. He doesn't have that.
Because you look at Josh and go, okay, he cleans up this and that. He can be good because he's tall.
It
white,
was
handsome.
accuracy. It was not.
gunslinger.
Yeah,
Mm.
he is tall, white, and handsome.
That's what I'm saying.
See that I don't think
Bryce got- he
they will
looks like-
move.
he
They
looks-
won't move off on him after 2 years.
You
He-
can't. You have to
Like,
simply-
look what happened to Justin Fields. It took him all the way to fucking year 4 before they actually pulled the trigger and actually
Look,
did anything.
That's true.
I'm a rip the band-aid off kind of guy.
No, I know you are.
No, but,
NFL teams normally aren't.
but that's the thing. If you rip the band-aid off now, you've ripped off 2 years fucking earlier than you do. You might as well stay in it for another 2
yeah, and
years.
there's no need to get rid of him because he's on a rookie deal.
Yeah.
Like-
There's no need. The biggest travesty for them is that they don't have the number 1 overall pick this year because they traded away for him. That's where they fucked up,
So
and that's the risk you run. And considering, like, in hindsight, I'm sure they make that trade next year and draft CJ Stroud.
Mm.
But I don't think CJ Stroud is as successful as the Panthers anyway. I just don't think they're a good organization.
It's a trash organization.
And that's why I don't think this signing made a lot of sense. Like, are you just keeping a guy because you've got to have some good players on your team?
Yeah.
Like, I know Derek Brown's probably like, well, it's big money. He would have got that. Like, we just saw what Christian Wilkins got in free agency. He would have got the same thing, which is more than that. I don't see the point for any of them. If I was Derek Brown, I would have said, you know what, I'll play next season and I'll do really well on a crappy team, so I'll even be more highlighted.
Yeah.
And then I'll enter.
have good
And then,
tape, and someone will.
and then if
sign me,
I like the direction you guys are going in, then I'll fucking re-sign. Then if I don't, I'll re-sign. Any other team in the NFL will.
They really are just a fucking dumpster fire. Aren't they?
I didn't get it from both sides of the story. Like, I get Derek Brown's now a fucking multi-millionaire. He got 65 million guaranteed as well, which is insane.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think he would have got that anywhere, personally.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't get the Panthers move, but we can talk about that later down the track once the draft is done and they have their first round pick.
Yeah.
We talk a bit of Anthony Richardson.
Let's do it.
He's kind of been forgotten about, and I saw a quote from today saying that he's basically what most young players say. I'm on a mission in year 2 to prove what I am. I thought what we saw of Anthony Richardson his first year was good, not great. Athletically, very
he was
gifted.
he was very dynamic.
Yeah.
Very dynamic.
But he just got hurt from being hit,
But
which
that's a risky run.
100%. I don't think they should go away from that. But I think it opened up because I genuinely, until I saw it a few days ago, kind of had forgotten he's their quarterback because I had Minshew for a lot last year, and I was like, oh yeah, the guy, the fucking top 5 pick who's coming back to play for the Colts this year.
He went number 4, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah,
it was definitely early first round. I can't remember exactly, but I thought it was very like. What do we think of the Colts this year, and do we any expectations? They've got a decent receiving group.
Who's in their division?
Titans, Texans, and
The division's only thing is going to fuck them.
and Jaguars.
Right.
So I would say like Jags and Texans right now are better than them.
Yep.
But they were also like a game off making the playoffs last year. They kind of fell apart
Yeah,
late,
with Minshew.
which is a real Minshew move to
Yeah, that
just
is.
give everyone some hope and then fall apart late in the season.
Shout out. Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, shout out to
Shout
Gardner.
out.
Apparently a terrific bloke, just not an NFL starting quarterback. Great backup, maybe the best backup in the NFL, but
Could be.
could be, yeah.
No, he's no Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Two Gloves.
Teddy Two Gloves.
I think Teddy Bridgewater has retired and is now a high school football coach.
Shout
I
out.
heard
I
this
think that's
today.
his plan.
Has he retired or is he
Two gloves.
wanting to do that? Remember he used to wear 2 gloves?
Yeah, I
in
know. I
Louisville?
love it. I know. I'm all about it. No. That can be. I've said this on here 10,000 times. Even a mediocre team with good to great quarterback play can be a playoff team.
So I'll
there's
give
no
you a
reason why
scenario.
they
then.
can't be a playoff team.
Yes, he has. He has retired.
Yes, okay, cool.
Shout out.
He's
So-
a coach.
High school football coach.
if-
Yeah.
high school football coach.
If Richardson plays the whole season and he
Yeah.
plays like he played in those first half a dozen games before he got injured, and he plays even just to that level, they could potentially be a playoff team.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Michael Pittman's a really nice receiver. See what they do in the draft.
Jonathan Taylor's a fucking
Jonathan
stud
Taylor,
running
him
back.
coming back last year really changed
Yeah,
their
it changed the whole
season as
fucking
well.
team. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I just came to me because Colts not a team we've really spoken about a lot
Yeah, because
lately,
they haven't
and
really been doing much. That's why. But yeah, I mean, you say to me right now, you can have Bryce Young or you can have Richardson. I'll take
Richardson.
every day.
It's not even fucking
It's not even
close.
close.
I don't. This is maybe crazy, but I don't know if there's any player I'd want less than Bryce Young. You could name almost any quarterback. As of right now, you could name any quarterback, and
like
I'd,
any starting
Yep.
quarterback, yeah.
or even some backups.
Yeah.
Sam
I reckon. Yep, I'd take Sam Howell over Bryce Young. Like the dude, he threw for 4,000 yards last year.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he turns the ball over a lot, but at least he can fucking throw.
Yeah.
I watched a game where Bryce Young had 90 passing yards.
And
played the whole
at
game.
least you can see over the O-line.
90 passing yards.
Jameis Winston.
James Winston, yep.
Why? Because he just has winning in his name.
He knows how to take kneels for touchdowns. Like, that's a dog.
Hey, that was meant to be a negative play. He
He's
turns
a-
negative into positive.
He's a leader in the
It was
room.
a team decision, man.
Yeah, team decision. It wasn't him
It was
that
a
did
team
it.
decision.
That was
in
meant
the
to go for
huddle.
0 yards. It went for 6 fucking points.
Hey.
That's how you play quarterback.
Bang.
Shout out.
Plus minus in the NBA would be wild for Jameis Winston. No, I just don't think there's many guys that I would be like, give me
Don't-
Bryce Young.
When he was drafted, I said it, and I'll say it until the fucking cows come home. He's too small to play in the NFL. Simple as that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens next year. Hey, Rich, so I want to again, if nothing else, I think if he was to play every game, it'd be fun. Fuck, it'd be fun.
Yeah, I agree. It would be. It'd be fantastic. Like I said, there's so many things you can do in that offense with him and with Taylor and Pittman and this. There's so many things you can do. Like you can roll out, move the pocket, do all these cool things, man.
Yeah, he's big too, and,
Yeah.
and he's got a big arm, so you
Yeah.
have to like. Is he accurate? We don't know
Yeah,
yet.
but he can move the ball down the field. Like
Yeah.
he can stretch the defense.
Yep.
And then that's going to help with the underneath stuff. It's going to help in the running game. It's going to help everything, man.
Yeah, I think Colts could be an interesting team. They could be a squeaky good team this year. Squeaky playoff 7 seed sort of deal.
Oh, absolutely. I
said
like
it.
him more than the
I've
Jags.
said it already. I agree. I agree.
The Jags
like
are
them
the
more
bottom
than
of
the
that
Jags.
division.
I think we all have such a bad.
I
I have
agree.
got the
Rockies on
worst.
fire.
I've got the worst juju about the Jags right
The
now.
Jags are fucking trash.
Yeah.
I do not think they're going to be good. Like I would be way more surprised if they're good than bad.
I'd rather throw out Trevor fucking Lawrence than I would Bryce Young because at least we don't know what Bryce Young is. Trevor Lawrence.
You would take Bryce Young over. You're starting a franchise right now, and you get to pick out
If
Bryce
I'm looking
Young
at
or Trevor
if
Lawrence.
I'm looking at him right now,
you're taking
I'm taking Bryce Young
over Trevor Lawrence.
because Trevor Lawrence hasn't done shit except in college.
Bryce Young.
Yeah, but he's got
walks-
such nice hair though.
Bryce Young, he does have nice.
He's got a
He
immaculate
is tall, wide, and handsome, and we don't know if he's a gunslinger, but he's only missing one of the four. I can tell you for a fact, Bryce Young may be handsome. It's all
And he ain't tall.
perspective,
He ain't tall.
but he ain't tall and he ain't a gunslinger. He threw
What else is
for
he missing?
90 yards in a game. I watched that game.
I understand
It
that.
was atrocious.
He's playing for the Carolina fucking Panthers.
They had Adam Thielen.
That dude, hang on. Adam Thielen, 5 years past his fucking prime.
They had.
That's
They still had him.
That boy, that boy,
History books don't write. They had Adam Thielen in his rookie year. In brackets, 5 years past his prime. It'll just say depth chart 2023. Adam Thielen.
I don't even think he played a lot of games. If you
History's
look at-
undefeated.
History's
I don't know
undefeated.
what that means. All right, you got a segment for us, big boy.
When, like,
On.
I've called this oil and water.
He's being.
I like this.
I'm feeling something pretty cool here.
I like
This
this.
is shit. I'm going to be so upset.
It might be shit.
And what did I say in the group chat?
Villain arc.
Villain arc.
No,
The start.
I'm just saying.
Let's go.
I'm at the point where I don't want to fucking see NFL fucking players on social media. At this point, someone should fucking take their phones away from them. Don't let them fucking
Is this
tweet.
about Kelsey doing the bisexual sign?
That's good, mate.
Travis.
Travis Kelsey did a peace sign to someone like that, and some person did a TikTok about he's doing the bisexual sign to people. It's like,
No, this is about Caleb fucking Williams. 2
Oh.
weeks later, I'm fucking off him.
oh,
I'm fucking off him.
Villain arc.
Brock
Let's
Wellington,
go.
enjoy your fucking quarterback. I'm off him. You've lost me.
Let's go.
I don't know who fucking said it, but someone said he hasn't faced adversity in his fucking football career. And he fucking comes out and tweets and goes, word for word,
Is this
let's
the
go
tweet?
back and
Yep.
school again because I'm bored right now. Adversity, a state of instance or serious or continued difficult or misfortune. He then goes with year one, didn't start freshman year.
oh, bad luck. No one starts freshman year, dickhead.
Exactly.
Well,
Year
unless you're like Andrew Luck or someone like
Yeah,
that.
unless you're like,
Yeah.
no one even knew who the fuck
Okay.
you were freshman year. Idiot.
So how is that?
wasn't he in
how is
another
it-
college as well?
He started with Oklahoma, yes.
And they had someone
They
good.
had Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler was
Good
a fucking.
luck, bro.
He was a 5-star quarterback coming out of fucking
He's a god.
out of high school. You're gonna start him over
Rat
fucking
god, they call him.
nobody.
Okay.
Year two,
That's
pop my
not- that-
hammy.
That's not adversity, by the way.
That's not adversity.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Year two, pop my hammy
No, getting
championship
a
game.
full scholarship to a really good school to play football, that's not adversity.
No.
And then not being the starter,
No,
that's
if,
not
any- if
adversity.
anything, that would be. I would call that kiss on the dick. I would not call
What's
that
the
adversity.
opposite of adversity?
Kiss on the dick.
Kiss on the dick.
Is that the
Hey.
the
I think-
dictionary term?
I think
It's
it's
my
called
professional term.
I think it's called blue
I-
baggers.
I looked it up in
Blue
Blue
baggers.
Baggers Dictionary.
It's calling it blue baggers. He's
Yeah.
having a red edge. You know what?
It's pretty rich from a
You're not
fucking.
going to get us.
From
Our
a Richmond
team's good for
supporter.
the first time in my entire lifetime. I'm not going to. You're not bringing me down. You're not bringing me down. It's the first time we've been good since 1999.
I'll see you in finals. Year two, pop
Won't
my
say
ha-
Richmond.
No, I won't.
So pop this hammy.
Pop my hammy championship game first quarter. Lost because of my hammy. That's not adversity.
Not
What
really.
championship game were they in?
They definitely would. That was in a fucking.
A bowl game.
That was in a bowl game.
No one in the national championship. No.
You can't call it a championship game in college. This is why.
Hang on, was he in Oklahoma? No, he was already gone by then. He left after his first year.
All right.
Year 3, 7-5, my last year of college ball.
That's not.
Okay, that's where's the university? You want a fucking Heisman, motherfucker.
And,
That's not adversity.
and
You
you were the
just-
number one pick from the start of the year.
Oh,
and
what?
everyone thought you were the
Your
best.
team shit. That's not
Yeah.
adversity, bro.
You were so good that that everyone was still like, he's not the problem on that team. Like,
Exactly.
I think what we're forgetting. Right. Sorry, bro. Finish your point.
No. This is someone has to. NFL fucking teams literally just have to go. We're taking your fucking social media away. We will control what you fucking post. You're posting game links, and that's fucking all.
Mhm.
Because if not, you get prima donnas like this motherfucker posting shit that
and the
makes no
person
fucking
who
sense.
said it to him, he's baited him into it. Fucking shocking.
Yeah.
He's literally
Like,
just
just-
somebody on the
That's what I
media.
was gonna
It's,
say.
You are an NFL fucking quarterback in 3 weeks, 2 weeks time.
it's like fucking
Shut
Kane Corn saying
the
something about
fuck
Dustin Martin.
Yeah.
Like he's just trying to get a fucking bite. Kane Corns, you got your head kicked in
Yeah, he did.
in a fucking boxing game
by
by Nathan Brown of all people.
By Nathan Brown.
I love Nathan Brown. That cunt can't hit a fucking top of rice custard pudding.
Mate, he wouldn't punch his way out of a wet paper
He
bag. bro.
fucking- He's not that guy.
You got beaten up by Nathan Brown.
You're a
In fairness,
firefighter.
Nathan Brown would probably punch the fuck out of me, but I am not a fighter.
I'll beat the fuck out of him.
Oh, I think that's one we can agree on. You and Nathan Brown, that would not be a good fight. Brownie might bite him ankles. Though. You're right, Brock.
Brownie is pretty small.
Brownie got some go about
He
him.
might have,
He's
He
pretty
had-
small.
he
He
has
might
some-
catch you off guard and just put
he
one
has some
under your
cunt
chin.
in him.
We don't know how strong your jawline is.
We've never seen it.
It's extreme.
We
His
we
punch
can't
wouldn't
see
get-
it.
His punch wouldn't get through George's.
He'll get
idiot.
caught in his
It'd just,
head.
at worst, it would just shave a few hairs off. Like, what the
A
fuck?
little hand will come out and just grab his fucking hand.
Do you know the other thing we need to remember about Caleb Williams? How old is he?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
He's like 23.
It's 20, man.
I don't think he's not that old. He'd be 21. 21 or 22.
Nah, he old.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, because he
Even if
transferred,
he's-
he would have had to sit for a year. wouldn't
Even if he's 23 ain't old.
he? Nah, he's
Like,
a,
I remember
he's
when
a
I was-
kid, man.
When I was 23, I was a fucking moron.
Oh,
I mean, I kind of still am one now.
I'm
but,
definitely still M1 now. As you said earlier, name the actual thing that is wrong with me. It's-
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't
Like,
know. Lots.
Yeah.
Lots probably. I'm like Mr. Burns' disease.
yeah, that all
I'm
together.
just
they
all
keep
together
you
so that I
alive.
can't come out. So I'm indestructible. Why did you call this oil and water, by the way?
Because that doesn't fucking mix.
It doesn't mix. Social media.
Social media
Oh,
and NFL fucking players don't fucking mix.
Filling up.
It's the stupidest thing they fucking try and do. They try and be their
this is
own
becoming a
brand.
permanent
They
subject.
try and be their own brand.
They
That's
try
what I
and
was
be
gonna
an
say
own
before.
brand.
You're right.
Just be a fucking footballer.
You're going to earn like $200 million if you're a half decent fucking quarterback.
Look what happened to fucking Edelman. He went through all these fucking adversity in his career and got out
Including
of,
having to play lacrosse in college. Like, talk
Yeah.
about adversity.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No
Who
one-
the fuck wants to play that sport
he won a state championship and no one fucking recruited him.
as a quarterback too?
Not just a D1, no one recruited him to a JUCO.
Yeah, zero recruits.
He had to go to a fucking like meetings and they looked at him and went, nah, you're not playing here.
No, you're short, white, handsome, but
Yeah,
and
yeah.
not a
He wa-
gunslinger.
Yeah, I wasn't handsome back then.
Yeah,
Money
no,
changes.
you reckon he's come into his
Money
own?
changes people.
I feel like a lot of these dudes, like Tom Brady, like you look at him 10 years ago and you're like,
You're not ugly.
What?
You're just poor.
did you
Yeah.
do?
You're not ugly. You're just poor.
Because you look at him now and his jawline's
Yeah,
very
they get
different.
They get some fillers. They
It's-
get a bit of
Yeah.
sculpting.
It's real bad now. It's like you've
Yeah.
overworked
See,
yourself.
See, poor guys like me, I'm just ugly. Like, period. Like,
Yeah.
so I
You-
got nothing.
You're not rich.
That's
You're
why
just
I
poor.
got.
I'm not. Like, I'm hot as
That's why.
fuck and
That's
I
why I
know
gotta have
it.
big muscles because, like, otherwise I got nothing. I'm literally
True. See, like my face is my moneymaker and I know it.
Yeah,
You know,
yours is.
the problem is I got skinny and then Target Mr. Big wouldn't renew my contract. They're like, sorry, man, you're not as hot when you're skinny. So, like, I'm skinny JA. I'm not as hot as the skinny models.
I disagree. I
But
find
fat JA was hotter than all the fat models. So I've lost, like, I've taken myself out of an industry.
I think you're much cuter now. I'll be honest.
Thank you.
If you haven't seen an old fucking photo of JA, I'll
Mate,
post
go back and watch the old videos.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
Oh, go watch our old live shows.
live shows on a Sunday.
in,
against Sporting Road.
the old little room as well. Like I could barely fucking fit. The wall. I could not fit between the wall and the fucking table. I had to like suck my gut under the table.
George comes in and moves the desk. JA didn't have that luxury back in the day. He came from the slums. He came from the pit.
Hey, that's adversity.
He came from the pit.
I can tell you for a fact, someone who has faced very, very minimal adversity in my life, and
true.
I am not going to fucking apologize for
Yeah,
it.
you know.
I face more adversity than fucking Caleb Williams
Shout
has.
out.
Also, this is more of it's a little bit off topic, but the nail painting thing and all that. I don't care if a dude paints their nails. I really don't. Each to their own.
It doesn't fucking. That's
Don't give a fuck. Does anyone think it looks good? Like when a man paints his own nails and then looks in the mirror, because there's a Carlton player, Boyd, who paints his nails or whatever, and I don't care. Like it doesn't bother
No.
me. Each their own. Couldn't give a shit. But when he looks in the mirror and after he's sat there and painted his nails, does he think it looks good? That's what I didn't get. When Caleb Williams had the pink lip gloss on and the nails paint, I'm like,
nah.
I know he was doing it for
I'm
attention.
going to defend him
Yeah.
here. I don't think he just had fucking like lip balm on. I think he just caught
And it was just the glare on it.
some bad light.
But he had,
got
he
in
had
there.
pink fingernails painted. I'm like, did he
Yeah.
paint them and then think, oh, yeah,
The
this,
reason-
this looks good?
Well, he painted
Do
them
any
every
men
game.
do that because it looks good, or do they do it for
This is the problem. right?
attention?
I don't have an issue with people can do whatever they want to do,
Yeah.
dress however they want to dress,
Yeah.
fucking whatever. I don't care. Wear pink suspenders, wear fucking green underwear. I don't give a shit. Right?
Yeah,
But why are you doing it?
That's what I don't
things
get.
like that, like what Caleb Williams is doing. That to me, that's just blatant.
I'd almost
attention
prefer him to come out and be like, I'm
The-
trying to build my brand. I painted my nails to get a different area of people to my brand.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
so Caleb Williams this year was painting this year and last year were painting like sort of messages and stuff
For a
like that.
cause?
For causes and stuff like
so
that.
that's different. I don't
Like,
mind that.
That's what he was doing.
Like, dude, you just see an average dude down the street with his fingernails painted. And I'm like, are you married? Like,
Why are you doing this?
if I painted my nails and walked into my wife, she'd be like, the fuck?
What are you
Like,
doing? Yeah.
why do you think that? Like, if you want to do that, you can. But,
That-
like, it's not a
what-
trap. I'm not
what-
like,
That's content.
I'm not ready
Why?
to pull you into fucking bed because you
Yeah.
painted your nails.
That's
like,
content.
yes, I should do that in film and be like, so I've started doing this. She'll be like, what the fuck? She'll honestly be like, who are you fucking cheating on me with? Who likes your fingernails painted? I'll be like, what? It's like, have you seen you and seen me? Like, just math don't add up, bro.
I was just saying the math ain't math.
Like, it's not working here.
Friendship
But yeah,
bracelets all over
it
again.
just came to my mind. It's probably a better topic for the package of the P boys. But it just came to me. I'm like, what? Why? Like, I don't get it.
I don't know.
Do you look? Because it, like, spoiler alert, it doesn't look good. A man with their fingernails painted doesn't look good. I've never seen a man with his fingernails painted and what that suits him pulling it off. I'm like,
It looks-
dude with his
it
fingernails
looks a bit
painted,
weird.
Whatever.
I'm trying really
It's
hard.
like,
I'm
no
trying
issue
really
with the
hard not to
clear
say too much.
Yeah, I know you are, and I appreciate it because we'll save this for the package.
We can't get 4 weeks.
We
We can't get 3
We
weeks.
can't get through it. We can't go full Finlayson. But yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, oil and water don't mix, and
Shut
some
up.
dudes on social media don't fucking mix.
Because you also got to remember that the majority of these guys are young, usually from a poor socio-demographic.
Yeah, it's true.
And they're not overly, like, it sounds harsh, but like they're not, the majority of them are not very smart.
They're not
very
life.
educated.
They're not life
Yeah.
smart. They
Yeah,
don't. They
that's
haven't got
right.
any smarts yet about what people. Because
Exactly.
people take advantage of these
Of course
guys.
they do.
And back in the day, it was money. Like back in the 90s and the early 2000s, it was their best mate from fucking
Yeah,
high school
yeah,
that's
yeah.
going to look after their money and then rips them off for $100 million.
Yep.
Like now it's different. They're
My
ripping them
advice-
off their brand.
My advice to any young player entering the NFL would be put your phone down and pick your playbook up. That's it.
But you know,
That's what
like
you should be doing.
Greg McElroy was the one that said it as well.
what?
That he's didn't face adversity.
Greg McElroy.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Exactly. So fucking nobody ESPN bloke. He's
Oh,
just
I
responding-
just, he's just
Yeah, no.
fucking.
No, he's just responding to a fucking
Shut up,
ESPN
shut up.
analyst who's just trying to fucking putting out fucking.
I'm a-
I literally
Blogs.
would have responded, yeah, mate, I haven't. I'm not going to be the number one pick in the draft. Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna put a button on this. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put a bow on this, right?
Blow it up.
I hope to fucking God this kid's a bust, and I can't wait.
I don't because I don't want I don't want it to happen to the Bears again. But
Mm.
the more
I'm
I
not- I'm not
hear
go-
him talk, the more I think it's going to happen.
I'm not even saying that because of the Bears. I'm
Yeah.
saying it just for him because I cannot wait to unload on this prick.
Is there a chance the Bears don't take him?
No.
No, as in the bear, like someone trades for the number one pick.
Yeah, there's always a chance.
There's a chance, but it won't happen. They've just got rid of their other quarterback.
Yeah.
I know that.
The Bears. This is why I said last week about the Bears trading Fields. Why now? You've just taken all your cards. You're playing a great game of poker, and I've just gone, "Hey boys, this is exactly what I fucking got."
Mm.
They've just taken everyone knows now, like, we're not getting the first overall pick. We're not getting, everyone now is in play for 2 and 3. They're in play for Jaden Daniels and Drake May. The Patriots are apparently thinking of trading
McCaffrey as well has gone up. JJ McCaffrey's gone
JJ
up.
McCartney. 'Cause
McCartney.
There is a McCaffrey in the draft too.
Yeah.
McCartney, yeah. JJ, he's got
his older brother, his younger brother, the wide receiver.
he's picked it at second.
Yeah,
to Washington.
I think so. I think Drake May will go 2 to Washington. They almost showed their cards a little bit by getting rid of Howell, but they also everyone knew Howell wasn't the future.
How wasn't fucking.
And then the
answer
Patriots are the same thing with Mac Jones. But then I think the Patriots are so dumb that they might just not take a quarterback. Like that's how, and they'll roll with whoever the guy who started the games and the stretch last year was. I've forgotten his name. But the Bears had all the power and just went, "We've traded Fields for a 6th-round pick. That's how badly we want to fucking show you that we're taking Caleb Williams."
Mm.
Like,
Instead, I could have slow played it and maybe got 3 first-round picks.
you reckon you
Yeah.
wouldn't have got a 6th-round fucking pick the week after the
Of
draft?
course you would have. Of
Like,
course you would have.
fuck.
And even if you didn't, if you got a 7th round, who gives a fuck?
Because
What's different?
maybe there was teams that thought they were going to get a quarterback in the draft. Like maybe someone picking 5 or 6, but then all of a sudden, oh shit, all the quarterbacks, someone traded up and took all the quarterbacks. So we ended up taking Marvin Harrison Jr. Now we don't have a quarterback. Hey, Bears, Fields, 2nd-round pick. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
They fucked it. They fucked it.
But
so
again, Bears are a fucking dumpster.
That's-
fire of
that's-
organization.
I am a dude in my fucking office under my house right now that knows better than a fucking NFL general manager.
What?
But you wanted
Wait,
just
wait,
to rip the band-aid off and move on from it.
Legit question. Why aren't you a fucking GM in the NFL?
Because I'm not. And I wouldn't be able to do it. And I
you
still know.
You could do it.
And I still know that wasn't the right move.
If
It
you-
was like the year that Gettleman didn't pick up the phone when he had the fourth
Yeah,
overall pick
that's it,
and
yeah.
drafted Saquon Barkley and then said, oh, the phone was ringing, but I didn't pick it up. We knew we were taking Barkley. It's like,
Yeah, that's stupid.
fuckhead.
Yeah.
How do you know that pick 5 wasn't calling you to jump up to 4 to take a quarterback so then they didn't miss out and someone else wouldn't trade up and you could have butted it up, gone back a pick and still got Barkley?
You don't
Because you never fucking answered your phone. Like, if I'm the owner of that team, I would have walked in to get him and said, hey, you're fucking fired. Because your job is to fucking GM and
Answer
you
the
didn't do it
fucking
properly.
phone.
You had 15 minutes left
Boys,
on the
I'm
clock.
starting a petition right now to get James an NFL GM spot.
It's just like all the other shit. I get it. It's hard, but it's not that hard.
And you're
Don't
gonna
trade Fields.
hire Brock as your
I'll hire all of
assistant,
you.
and not just hire me as your security.
You can just be my guy that walks around and opens doors and stuff for me.
Perfect.
He's
Let's
what's
go
the
sink you must.
what's what's the Philadelphia's fucking security called?
Dom. You can
Dom.
be Dom.
You can be Dom.
You're Dom.
Wear
You can be
fucking
female
shooting
Dom.
sleeves on the sidelines.
I'm here. I'm here for it. Thank you.
You're kind of the Dom of the podcast. Like, you're the security, but also the organization would fall apart without you.
As I've said before on here, I'm the villain this podcast needs.
The Brock's the villain we didn't know we wanted.
No,
You're the
no,
one we
they're-
needed.
he's the one we're going to get.
And I'm the secret villain that get you guys that just implanted into you two to get
There's nothing secret about what you
Dance, man. It's dance.
just get you to do it. All right, I thought of a fun segment this week. Yeah, but fuck Caleb Williams.
Yeah, fuck Caleb.
That's a good topic, Brock. I like that one.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
glad
Brock.
you're back off him. We're all on the same team.
We're back on the same.
Like
I might be on him next week.
He's still going number one.
I'm flipping floppy on him.
Flip-flop.
I'm flipping flopping.
To put a button on your question, he is going number one. There's
Yeah,
no
he'll go.
fucking.
I'm
way.
going to hit him up. He comes on the podcast. I'm back on him.
If he comes on the podcast, I'm back on him. Too.
Nah, fuck him. Fuck him and his big nails.
His big nose.
Big
Oh,
nails.
Big
what is
nails.
that? Fuck him,
No.
his big nose.
Fuck him and his big nails.
I'm like, he's not Harvey Weinstein. All right. So I thought we'd do trade, boom, or busts.
Ooh, let's go.
So basically, this is not, I want you guys to take out the value of the trade. This is not about whether they made the right trade, it was a good deal, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
This is about the player who's been traded, where he's going, and if he's going to be a boom or a bust
On his new team.
on his new team.
Fantastic.
All right. And I thought we would start with the big trade that happened last week. And shout out to the big boy Kempy. That was very good of you to get him on. He would have been
He
he would
loved
have been
it.
feeling pretty happy with
He
himself.
loved it. Yeah, he loved it.
Yeah. And I noticed you didn't fucking clear it with me first. Because I would have said absolutely. He's my boy.
Nah, I messaged him on the way
There's
down
no
to
point
Ocean
asking
Grove,
a
and I'm
question
like,
you already know the answer to, bro.
I messaged him. He's like, "Do you want to jump on?" He's like, "Can I?" Like, absolutely.
Absolutely, mate.
We
He's
let,
like,
we
I'm
let
the host
Scotty
of
on
the fucking
twice.
show.
Like,
Dose.
we let Scotty on 2 times and Billy's coming on for the draft. Like, anyone can come on.
Shout out.
Talking about Scotty, I need a piss break.
Do you actually?
Go.
Say less. All right, pause. Oh, we got the video. We can't pause. All right, so Stephon Diggs traded to the Houston Texans.
Well, we were talking about this off air earlier, and I said to you that, like, okay, with the contract and this and that, whatever, we're talking about the ins and outs.
So they
of the
voided his
contract.
last 2 years of his contract, so he's technically on a 1-year deal now for the Texans. He's a
Fine.
free agent end of this season.
Like, the guy can play. He can still
Yeah,
play.
I believe so too.
He can still like run routes. He can still catch passes. He can still draw the number one like corner. Like,
Yeah.
and he's going to slide in beautifully in that offense. And Stroud throwing him the ball, I think it's fucking great. I think it's a great move for them.
I think if anyone doesn't think this is a boom move for the Texans, I don't know why. What have they
Why
got to
not?
lose from it?
What? Nothing.
Other than the organization paying him 30 odd million for a year, which I'm sorry, NFL owners, if this is offensive to you. I don't fucking care how much money you have to give it. You should be paying out $280 million every year to the players on your team because you're all, as I said to you two earlier, salary cap is a reflection of how much earnings the NFL, which is how much earnings the owners are having. Don't ever feel sorry for them having to pay out money to their players.
No. They're all fucking multi-billionaires.
100%. So no one cares. So if
They want to pay the Mandingos.
If worst case,
Filling up.
wow, he went outside and fucking came back a menace.
He came up and chose violence.
Jesus. YouTube will report us that. So You've got me right off. No, this is a boom
It's a
move.
huge boom, man.
Boom move. There's no way.
because that's what they needed.
What's
They
worst
needed-
case scenario? He's shit and he only goes for 600 yards and 3 or 4 touchdowns. And at the end of the year, they're like,
Oh, yeah, see you later.
"Thanks, you bust. You're over the hill now. Go and sign with someone else."
Yeah.
See ya.
Boom.
Boom.
All right, next one. Hassan Reddick from the Eagles. We talked about this last week and it hadn't happened yet.
Yep.
So they basically went and signed Huff from the Jets,
Mhm.
and then they've traded Reddick to the Jets as an edge rusher. Boom or bust? Start with you, Brocky.
Bust.
It's kind of been smelling a little bit like a bust.
Bust.
The thing is, I look at it from an organizational point of view. Like if we thought that he was still good, and
He'd be
still
playing for
produce,
you.
he'd still be playing for us. We wouldn't be
100%.
trying to trade him.
I don't think that
And we wouldn't
that
be
they
signing
signed from the
another-
Jets.
another guy for his in his.
Yeah, if
in
they
his
thought
position.
Reddick still had it, they probably wouldn't have signed Huff for giving him that much money. And if they did think Reddick still had it, they definitely wouldn't have traded him. They would have been like, "We'll
And
just
one thing
keep
I know
all
for
of you."
sure.
Yes.
One thing I know for sure about my boy Howie is that like he's got a nose for these things. Like
Yeah.
he can smell.
He walks the guy
smell it.
the right year a lot.
Yeah. And he's sort of like of that, like, I'd rather go a year early and get rid of this guy a year early than a year late. And I've got no issue with that. I think that's good.
Yeah.
I'd rather you fucking go, yeah, have a good year next year. Will you have a good year in 2 years' time?
Correct. That's exactly what
As
I'm
long as
saying.
you don't
Because-
fucking beat us in a fucking
Because
playoff,
otherwise, next year, if he's a free agent, you don't get anything.
you get nothing for him. Yes, absolutely.
So
And
I think
what
I think
did we get for him?
I don't know. I don't even know. I think it was like a 5th round pick or something
Yeah.
like that. I don't think it was much. It was a salary dump. I also think Hassan, I think this is the sort of player that come midpoint of next season, it's like, oh, Hassan Reddick isn't even a starter anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, Hassan Reddick is like the 3rd string
He's a
DN.
rotation guy now.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then in the off season, it's just like, yeah,
He's been cut, yeah.
He's been cut. Yeah, I think that's how it'll
Like
go.
I said, my boy
unfortunately, I don't mind Hassan. He had a shitty
No.
start to his career because of the fucking Cardinals being
No,
like,
whatever.
no, you're an off-ball linebacker, and he's
Yeah.
like, dude, watch my college tape. I'm a pass rusher.
Yeah.
So they played him for 4 years as an off-ball, or 3 years as an off-ball
Mm.
linebacker. Then in his 4th contract year, they put him as an edge rusher, and he fucking starts getting sacks.
Yeah.
Like, go figure. Talk about evaluating talent.
No, I trust my boy Howie on that one.
Yeah, I think bust. Ladarius Sneed, who was the Chiefs' really good corner, got traded to the Titans, then got a big contract. What do you reckon? Boom or bust?
Bust.
I think he was super important in the Super Bowl. For them.
Yeah, but I think that's
He was
real,
their-
it's schemes sometimes.
He was, yeah, I think so.
Defensive players are real schemes.
Yeah.
Corners in particular.
Yeah.
The biggest scheme guys to me in the NFL are corners and off-ball linebackers
Yeah.
on defense. Like off-ball linebackers in particular, because if you're you can play in a scheme where you blitz a lot, you can play in a scheme where you cover a lot.
Yes.
You can play in a scheme where you are just a thumper and they want you just to play run always. And then they play in a scheme where they want you to man cover and stuff. So there's a lot of variations. It's the same with corner. They play a lot of zone. Do they mix zone up? Do the way they play? Do they press you at the line? Do they give you cushion? Sneed's a press corner. Like that's what he's good at. He's a bit more of a man coverage corner. So to me, I think you'll have one good year at the Titans on a shitty team.
Mm.
I don't know why he wanted to leave because the Chiefs could afford him. It didn't make sense to me why
Yeah, well, that was going to be my other question. Why did he leave?
the Chiefs they
but
traded him.
why though?
Tag and trade. They
Why?
didn't want to pay him,
Yeah, okay.
which they probably don't have a ton of salary cap. The
Mm,
Chiefs, in
mm.
fairness, and they find a knack of bringing in solid guys every year.
Mm.
And I think maybe it came down to we either pay Chris Jones or we pay Snead. I know I'm paying
Sure.
Chris Jones any day of the week. So it smells like I don't know. I don't want to sit on the fence with it, but
I'm
He-
a bit on the fence.
he
with that.
might have. I think he'll have one good year and then he'll drop off real quick.
Yeah.
Or it could just be an absolute bust and he just doesn't fit the scale. Like I'm talking like Nandi Asamoah sort of bust.
He's
That was
out of the league in 14 months' time or something. Yeah.
one of the most outrageous things I've ever seen. But I think if I gun to my head, I'd say bust. I'm leaning more to that. You said bust, yeah, Brocky?
Yeah. Chiefs have 24 million in cap space.
It's not a
Yeah.
think about.
They signed Marquise Hollywood Brown too, which is a low key fucking good sign.
That's a very good signing.
Especially when they lose their receiver fucking for going 100 or
Oh,
crashing
we
a car.
didn't even talk.
We didn't even
about
talk
that.
about it.
What's his name? again?
Rice.
He's in real fucking trouble.
He's fucked. They found like 6 fucking kilos of pot in his car too. Fucked.
I don't understand these boys, man. What are they doing? They're just literally throwing away their opportunities, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's literally in America right now, like there would be like 100 million boys who would swap with him and go, yeah, I'll take your spot right now.
More. I think any young man in the world would swap spots with him.
That's what I'm saying.
You would not. You'd struggle to find someone that would not swap
They will
spots
not
with him.
swap. Yeah, and I don't understand. Okay,
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Young, uneducated men with money is a dangerous combination.
Yeah, I said, and I don't think he's good enough to get the Tyreek Hill treatment where you can punch the fuck out of your missus, break your kid's arm, and then get to play again. Or Adrian Peterson, in fairness to him.
Yeah.
At least Adrian Peterson, owned up and said, "Yeah, I fucking did it. I didn't know it was that bad a
Yeah,
thing."
but
'cause
he
my
also
dad
ran
used to
for
do it.
2,000.
How I grew up.
He also won the MVP the following year. So back the fuck off, AP, the
Shout
greatest
out
running
AP.
back of all time.
Was that a comeback player of the year and an MVP the same year?
Machine.
Last running back to win MVP, and probably will be the last running back ever.
Damar Hamlin wishes he could.
Yeah. Imagine dying on the field and not winning comeback player of the year. That's the new Damar. I'm actually team Damar Hamlin now after his fight with AB. Did you see he had a Twitter fight with
Yeah, I don't know.
Antonio Brown? It's like,
I read the
Again,
tweets and I was
why are
dumb
you
off it.
replying?
Damar, don't have a fucking phone.
Oil and water.
You don't need social
oil and water,
media.
don't mix.
I
Let
love it.
someone else do it.
All right,
I want that on a t-shirt. Oil and water.
oil and water. I like it. All right, next one. Fields to the Steelers. Boom or bust.
Bust.
Nothing. He won't play.
So that's a bust.
I'm going boom.
No, but it's a 6th round.
How?
No.
Like,
This is
he-
purely the player. Will he end up being good for that team or not? It doesn't matter at the value or
Neutral.
anything.
Neutral.
You just
How-
reckon he'll just be a backup.
He won't be good. He won't be bad.
How are you going boom?
Boom. I think he'll end up being the starting quarterback for the Steelers. I think he's got a lot of talent. And I think the Steelers have some sneaky talent too. And I think they'll run the ball really well. They'll be able to run play action. He'll be able to take deep shots. And I think he'll be super athletic on a team that will have a really good defense that he won't have to do everything on. A good organization that will put things around him. Like the Steelers, yeah, they're not the best team in the world, but they're a good organization.
Yeah, they're a good organization. I agree with that.
Like they treat their players right. I think he will end up being their starting quarterback.
So you think he's going to beat Russ in camp?
No, I
or-
think they will let him. He will not play 1% over 52.5% next season because there's no way they want to change that to a 4th round pick. But by midway through the season, he will be their starting quarterback, and then Russ will finish up their next season because I think he's a bust, and they'll finish up next season, and he will take over from there.
Russ.
I think he'll end up being their starting quarterback, and whether he's a top 10 guy or not, he will be their franchise quarterback for a couple of seasons. And that's a boom for him.
That's a big call, bro.
I think he will be. I genuinely believe that.
I don't mind. I like him.
disagree.
I think that's he's just going to have a year. It's not going to be fucking lights out.
Yeah.
But it won't be a shit year either.
No, fair
He's
enough.
just going to play football.
All right, Keenan Allen to the Bears.
I like it.
Yeah, boom.
Yeah.
What do you got, Brocky?
Bust.
I think boom because of the situation.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be the best player there. He can just play in the slot. Yeah, he's probably going to lose a step next year. I guess it depends on the perspective on what you think a boom or bust is. I think you'll have 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns, or 6 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns, something like that. And I think that's pretty good as a
If
second.
he gets
receiver.
1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns, that's a fucking great year, man.
That's a great year, I think. I don't think he'll do what he did last year, but I think he'll be the number 2. I think they've got 2 pretty good receivers.
I love it
there.
because he just told the Chargers to fucking jam it.
Yeah, it was so
I
good.
love that already.
You've got 3 options. You either cut me, I come to work tomorrow, or you trade me.
Maybe.
They're your 3 options. There's not a third. What about we just adjust your salary? Like, you heard me wrong.
No.
There's not a third option. It's like, work it out. Let me know what you decide.
Nah. So
That's a power move.
Without Justin Herbert throwing the ball to him, you're going to have a rookie quarterback.
True.
But
So-
that's why,
All right. I'll what if Caleb Williams is good?
if Caleb Williams is good, by extension, he will be good.
Yeah, I think boom if you Caleb Williams is
Yeah.
good. I think he'll be good for them. Anyway.
I
I
think
think he'll be a good player.
Caleb Williams is going to get a bit bright lighty and sort of not happy.
Yeah, well, he'll be looking at his fucking lip gloss.
He'll be good for-
Reflection.
He'll be like, oh my God, my mirror, it's so
Ref-
glossy.
Reflection.
He'll be good for Williams as well, purely just to like help him.
Yeah,
To
I
teach
agree.
him
He's
and
a
talk with him.
veteran.
Yeah.
I'm going boom with him. I'm going boom. Carlton Davis to the Lions. He's the starting corner from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He got traded to the Lions a couple of weeks ago, just after our podcast. I still think he's a really good corner. I think the Lions are
I like the Lions defense.
devout of talent at cornerback. I think he's a boom.
They
he's a
struggle.
boom
They
trade.
struggle to defend the pass, so that's a good move.
He's a good man coverage corner too, which Aaron Glenn likes to play. So I think boom.
Good.
We're getting into some low hanging fruits now, so we can just go boom or bust. Mac Jones to the Jags.
Bust.
Bust.
It just depends on what you think. What you think Mac Jones is at this point. It's bust.
He's just going home.
It's nothing.
He's just going to drink beers on the beach. That's all he's going
Bust,
to do.
bro.
Does he? Here's a good question for you. Does he at some point get to start this year because of Trevor Lawrence's performance,
No.
not through injury?
No.
I don't think so either.
He's going to
There's
look
no
like,
way they're going to do
but that's the thing. He's going to look like every other fucking white boy down there in Jacksonville Beach.
He'll fit in real good.
McCorkle.
He won't tan at all.
McCorkle's gonna burn then peel.
Yeah.
Even Lawrence. Like,
Be like a fucking.
He's gonna have his fucking
couple of-
collar
It's
popped.
so
His
wild.
visor's gonna be on upside down and backwards.
It's like all the receivers come in and just
couple
be
of
like,
frat boys. That's what I was gonna say.
all the receivers walk out of training like, fuck Mac and Just, can you put t-shirts on, man?
They're so white.
Fuck me, it's bright out
They're
here.
so white. They're clear.
Yeah. All right, yeah, no, I think we all think bust there. This one's a bit of a fun one. And this one went under the radar a little bit.
No.
Joe Mixon to the Texans.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's boom. That's good.
I don't get it because they've got Damian Pierce, who's basically just a younger version of Joe Mixon, in my opinion.
It's not the worst fucking to bring in some like
No,
more of a
yes.
veteran.
Yeah, and who's their other running back they had last year? I've forgotten his name. The fast guy. He was a rookie last year. Anyway, I think it's a boom move.
Yeah.
It just gives them another guy on offense.
Absolutely.
No,
Texans are starting to move up.
have they? Have the Texans like? Are they the quickest turnaround that you've seen
Yes.
to
Yeah.
go from like a nothing team to basically contending for the AFC? In like they could potentially be contending for the AFC this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to think of something like maybe when when Broncos signed Denver. He signed their own city.
They signed the city to play in.
When they signed Peyton Manning.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a pretty sharp turn.
Or Tampa when they signed Brady was similar.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
pretty.
Tampa were pretty good already though.
Yeah.
They just had Baker. They just had Baker.
No.
No, they didn't have Baker. They had
They-
fucking Winston.
Winston.
But Winston threw for fucking like 40 touchdowns.
It was 30 and 30.
30 and
yeah.
30.
30 and 30, yeah.
30.
So he still threw for fucking 30 touchdowns in a year.
Shout out my boy. Shout out my boy, James.
And 5,000 yards.
Yeah.
Had a great fucking defense
Like, do
there.
you know what the greatest like trivia question is going to be in 50 years' time? It's like who in 2021 had 5,000 passing yards for the Tampa? Everyone's going to go, oh, Tom Brady. They go, no, Jameis Winston.
Jameis fucking Winston.
He threw for 5,000 yards, man. In fairness, so would have Sam Howell if he didn't get benched.
And couldn't see though. He was legally
see.
blind.
He's got worse since he had LASIK.
That's the
I
best
don't,
thing about it.
I don't think that's good.
Now, talk about a guy, just to go back to Brocky's oil and water, talk about a guy who needs his phone and his social
No,
media to take-
no.
It's
He's
fucking
content.
him.
He's content.
Who?
Jameis Winston.
Is he?
I love him.
I've got
See,
another legit
he's
question.
funny. He doesn't attack anybody.
A legit
He's
question about
funny with it.
is he on the spectrum?
Surely.
Sure.
Mate, if there was a spectrum tree and he fell from it, and with each branch you got a little bit more spectrumy, he hit every branch 3 fucking times on the way down.
He fell down the tizzy
Like,
tree.
The fact that guy's an NFL athlete and one of the best college football quarterbacks ever. Like he went number 1 in the fucking draft. The fact that dude did that shows his outrageous fucking talent.
Hey, he eats dubs, man.
No wonder why he took those crab legs. He didn't know what the fuck he
He
was
didn't know what he
doing.
was doing.
He's got Asperger's.
He lost his fucking. He's busted left without him. He didn't know what he was doing. He's not allowed to drive.
I love it.
He
I
gets
love
driven to the factory every day. You don't know.
As long as he's not the quarterback. Oh, wow.
The NFL scope bus picks him up.
As long as he's not the quarterback on my team, I love him.
Mate, he's got more autism than Sketch's fucking character.
Tuesday.
Dude, like he's fucked. Like he's. I think Sketch based his character off Jameis Winston. You think about it. That's the sort of shit. Imagine.
Yeah.
You imagine Jameis Winston at practice being like Tuesday. Special players, special
Special
teams. Like that's the shit Jameis Winston would say.
I'm with you. It would.
Yeah. So to answer your question, a roundabout way, yes, he's got some more.
He's got the tears.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
He-
No, hey, it's all love.
And he's a great player. All right.
Any more?
Yeah, Jerry Judy to the Browns.
Bust.
Bust. Fucking
Bust.
bust.
I think you could just put a blanket bust over the Browns
Yeah,
this year.
Can you
It's
believe
gonna be terrible?
we live in a world that CD Lamb and Justin Jefferson went in the same draft, and there was 2 receivers that went in front of them.
Wow.
Jerry Judy and Henry Ruggs is. It's not all. Well, it's not all his fault, but
We
it's
don't
not
know
all.
if he was good.
We don't know.
He's only played one game.
We don't know who our best player is.
Could be a pirate.
Him and fucking Rice are having races to see
Yeah.
who the worst driver is. And I use the term races loosely. No, not like I use it firmly. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, the Browns are going to be really bad this year. I think.
I think so too. Brian Burns to the Giants.
I think he'll be good
Yeah,
for the Giants.
I think boom. Yeah,
I think he'll be good for the Giants because he's a good player. Like,
opposite Thibodeau, they've got big Dexter Lawrence inside. They're gonna, that's
but
pretty good.
I still think the Giants will be shit.
I think the Giants
He'll
will
be good.
we can all agree hashtag fuck the Giants.
Yeah.
But I think Burns will be.
I want that on a t-shirt.
Yes, I think Burns will be a real. I think he'll be a boom guy. What do you reckon, Big Dog?
Boom. I just actually saw Deshaun Watson's cap hit for next year.
What is it, like 68 million or something?
63.7.
Fucked.
Yeah.
It's fine. People are going to whinge about Dak Prescott getting 60 million. 60 million.
60 million.
60 million. If Dak Prescott gets and everyone goes, how can you do that? I'm going to
Hey,
point it to Sean Watson.
Dim those lights a little bit. talk to me more about
60 million.
Dun, dun, dun.
I want to lay you
I'm-
down.
I've got two more, and I don't know why I put these in here, but I'm going to say them anyway.
Sure.
Deontay Johnson, ex-Steeler to the Panthers.
Okay.
I'm going to say boom purely because someone has to catch the ball there. It's the Adam Thielen rule.
Whatever.
He's the black, younger version of Adam Thielen.
Is that racist?
No, he's a black slot receiver, and Adam Thielen's a white slot receiver. So he's the black version of,
Shout out.
and he's younger. He's Adam Thielen 7 years ago, if Adam Thielen was black then.
Black.
Yeah.
No, shout out.
And the last one, oh, sorry, boom, boom, bust. What'd you say?
Whatever.
Boom, someone's got to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Someone's going to get it. And the last one, Morgan Moses to the Jets. The Jets, who are on the ultimate one-year season.
They are on.
Morgan Moses, the ex-Ravens right tackle, which is great news for Daniel Fantale. in
Mm,
line to start at
I
right tackle.
fucking hope so.
I think he'll be a good.
I fucking hope so.
I think he'll be a good player next year, Daniel Fantale. But Morgan Moses to the Jets, I think boom, their O-line's so terrible, it doesn't hurt to bring in a veteran so they can get beaten on the first play of the season. Aaron Rodgers can tear his Achilles again.
Wow.
Because that's boom for everyone. It's content, baby.
Wow.
And he
You
can
reckon
go
that-
run for
you think
VP.
that's what's going to happen?
Did you notice?
Surely not twice.
Was it the solar eclipse? I think the solar eclipse lasted longer
No.
than fucking Aaron Rodgers. Fucking
So the
playing.
solar eclipse I saw the other day, the solar eclipse, it was a meme today. It was like the solar eclipse lasted for 4 minutes and 27
Yes.
seconds, which is exactly 76 times longer than Aaron Rodgers' Jets career.
Wow.
A lot of
Fantastic.
people have turned it like it's an Aaron Rodgers problem.
Yeah.
It's like it's not his fucking fault. Like what's he has? How is anyone going to predict that?
Don't have ayahuasca.
It actually ruined week one last year. I'll never forget finishing
No,
that game being
very-
so flat
I was very flat.
I was excited.
for Zach Wilson.
I had money on the Jets.
Is Zach Wilson still on the fun fact is they also won that game still on a punt
Yeah,
return
they
for a
did.
touchdown
Yeah,
at the end.
I
of the
had
game.
money on.
That was
I had money on
outrageous.
the Jets before Aaron Rodgers went down.
over
Oh
the
my-
Bills in Buffalo.
Is
No,
Wilson
oh no,
still
that
there?
was in,
Yeah, is
in
Wilson-
New York. I thought.
He was in Buffalo.
Was it in Buffalo?
It was in Buffalo.
I thought it was in. He got me. I thought it was at
No,
Jets.
it was in New York because he ran out with the American flag and the Jets are
Yeah,
flying
it was.
over the top.
It was
in-
9/11.
Yeah, it was in New York. It was 9/11 because it was like the second. No, it was like someone rated it like this is the worst thing to ever fall in New York City, and then someone else has commented like, "Really?
Really?
You want to think about that again?" It's like, yeah, is Zach Wilson still on the Jets?
I'm on the search now.
I have a feeling he's not.
I think it might be.
He is.
Yeah, NFL still got him there.
Okay.
Lace up, ice up, son, ice up. Steve Smith.
He might have to play again. You never know.
For the Panthers. The Panthers, if he went to the Panthers right now, would he be their best receiver? Steve Smith.
It's his last year there.
Jesus.
It's his fourth year. Yeah.
Answer my Steve Smith question. If he went to play for the Panthers right now, is he their best receiver over Deontay Johnson?
Yes.
How long have you been retired for?
Like, he's in the Hall of Fame, so
yeah.
5 years. Is he,
I think 2018.
I think he goes into the Hall of Fame. I think he's nominated
I think he's eligible this year.
this
yeah.
year. Yeah. So 5 years.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Just-
That's the fact that we're even not just being like, of course not, is shows you where the Panthers are at right now as an organization.
I want Randy Moss to come back and fucking play for the Panthers.
I don't. But also, I
You-
wouldn't
you
hate
would
it.
watch it.
I
you
wouldn't
would
hate
fucking
it.
watch
Hey,
it.
hey, that's
You would
content.
fucking
I
watch
want
it.
Randy Moss, Keyshawn Johnson, and Steve Smith to go play for a UFL team. That would be
Yeah,
content.
that's content.
No, there's some dogs in those UFL teams. You think Destroying broke his fucking neck?
Yeah.
Yeah, kicker. You're a kicker. Don't tackle people.
No, we're not giving up a kick return for
Why?
a touchdown.
How does he get paid?
They also changed their fucking rules too.
Yeah, back. NFL copied him. They were like, fuck you, NFL.
No, but it's just deeper. It's just from like the fucking 20.
Oh, so there's more returns?
Yes. So they kick from the 20,
Right, okay.
but they do a normal kickoff return.
It's because The Rock doesn't care about safety. That's what I've heard. I've heard he's this real shit show when it comes to safety.
Did you see him get chokeslammed at WrestleMania?
Yeah,
That was
I actually
good.
did watch that. It was
That
pretty
was so good.
good. Undertaker's back, big dog.
Hey, whoa. Don't even say what you're about to say, all right?
Do you guys, this is a dead set serious question. Do you think that wrestlers and wrestling should be considered as athletes and that it's a sport?
Nah, it's entertainment. It's basically a soap opera.
Athletes, yes.
They're
Nah.
athletic.
They're very athletic.
Are they athletes? 'Cause
Yes.
Brock Lesnar tried to play NFL. And in fairness,
Whoa,
got to
whoa,
a
whoa,
training.
He's the UFC fucking
Yeah,
champion.
Yeah, no. He's in the UFC Hall
No,
of Fame.
but he's
Brock
also-
Lesnar's a fucking athlete.
Because you're right. He went into real sport after wrestling.
he went-
or before wrestling?
No,
He was
no,
a-
he went back and then went back.
He was a Div 1 fucking wrestler that never
Div one-
fucking lost in his
Div one
college
wrestler, never
career.
lost his
Yeah, he's an
college career.
athlete. Done. I'm okay. I can see that.
And
But
then
do
he
you
went-
think
and then he was
do you think
heavy-
Roman Reigns is an athlete or an entertainer?
Oh, he played NFL. He tried to play NFL.
Brock.
He
They-
tried to play NFL.
Do you
They're
think he play NFL?
Athletic. They're athletic,
He was
powerful
definitely
men,
on a product.
Yes.
but they're basically soap opera actors.
Thank you. That's all I need to ask.
Like, I know what it is. I'm not fucking stupid.
I know
what
I
wrestling
know
is.
because I once got
still real
kicked
to
out.
me.
I got one kicked out of a group. We had this group on Twitter
Oh, I think you're
where
talking about
people
this.
used to share, used to go in and share your podcast, and everyone would repost it. I haven't looked at it for like 2 years now, and I once got kicked out because I gave a guy shit for. He was like, they were talking about wrestling like it was the NFL. They were like, oh yeah, I just think if like this guy performs Friday night, like he could really win WrestleMania, and I was like.
It's all pre-organized.
I said,
dude. It's
do you
all
guys not
pre-written.
know it's already scripted? Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter how he performs; he'll perform how the writers wrote it for him.
Yeah, yeah.
And they like all fucking
They would
lost
all
at me. These dudes,
talk about touch of the tears.
mate, they went full Jameis Winston on me, and I'm like, God. And then the guy's like, one of them private messaged me saying he was gonna like bash me and shit. I'm like, yeah, dude, you live in America, and I just looked at a picture of you, like you're a fucking pipsqueak, mate.
Yeah.
Like, go away. And then they removed me from the group, and then they said you can come back if you apologize. So they let me back in. I came back and said wrestling's fucking gay, and you're all losers. And they booted me.
You're like, I'd like to apologize. Absolutely.
No, I
not.
didn't.
Nobody.
I just came back in and said you're all fucking losers and wrestling's gay, and then just left.
No,
But I
wrestling,
didn't say the F word. I didn't call them the F word.
wrestling is cool and fun if you
Ferris?
take it for what it is.
If you're 12,
Yeah, but I'm just a 6'5",
You're-
12-year-old
you're
kid.
mentally
mate.
12. I know.
It's
As long
fine.
as I'm cool with you two.
I only watch
because you said
WrestleMania.
you said it,
I only
how
watch
good-
WrestleMania.
honestly,
Lane
though,
Johnson and Jason Kelsey. were
Hey,
there.
how good
Yeah.
was that? How good
And
was
Logan
that when you
Paul.
heard the fucking
Logan
when
Paul's
you
a champion.
when you heard the Undertaker bell? How cool was
Unreal.
it, man?
Oh,
The
I'm
hair
fucking
stood
real.
up.
cool dudes. It was so cool dudes.
You
I
shut-
was like, damn it, mum. Can you make me my PB and J? I'm
you
getting angry.
shut your mouth
J.A.,
when
cut
you're
your
talking
mouth
to
so
me.
we can fucking talk.
When you heard that
let
Undertaker
the
bell,
boys talk.
and then the lights go down, and then the lights come back up, and he's in the fucking ring.
Choke Shams.
Oh my
Choke
god.
Shams the fucking rock.
If only they'd leaked the script and we could have known about this. All right.
I'm a choke slam you through this
Hang
table
on.
in a minute.
No, it's a good take.
Is it
I'll
a
do it
sport?
outside.
Is it a
Find something
sport
outside.
if you can bet on it?
Can you bet on wrestling?
Yeah,
Yes.
Get fucked. You
Yeah,
can
of course
bet.
you
Can you bet on TV shows?
Yes.
Can you bet on maths?
Yes.
Yeah, wrestling is the male version of maths.
Don't you fucking
I-
dare
I-
talk shit on maths.
That's pretty.
Yeah,
That's
I-
pretty.
I
fair.
don't-
I've wasted
mean
2
that
months of my
offensively. It's
fucking
pretty
life on it.
It's like the version of maths that men can. It's maths, but they don't have to be
It's
ashamed to
it's
say I
like
like
a
it.
soap opera, dude. It's basically a soap
You
opera.
should have watched maths. It was a good season this year.
No thanks. I'm a grown man, bro. I'd rather
Let's watch
wrestling.
maths next season and do a podcast on it, me, you, and Bill.
Please.
And I'll be like the new guy to maths that can just be like, "This is fucking ridiculous,"
Done.
Please.
and then watch me,
Fucking
and then
done.
watch me get addicted as it goes on, and how invested.
No,
I get.
you will.
I know. We'll do it. That's the plan for next year.
Bill,
All right.
lock it in.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll be back. So Sunday the 21st, we will do our draft show.
Yes.
Release that
Yes.
Sunday night.
Yes.
We'll have a special guest.
Special guest.
We are not NFL draft experts. We are going to talk about a few guys
It's okay.
that we find
Even the
fun at the
NFL
top.
aren't experts.
Yeah, no one knows. Mayock took fucking Leatherwood in the 17th pick when he was a third round pick. Anyway, and he was an analyst for years. So we're going to talk. It's going to be a bit of fun. We're just going to talk about some top guys in the college draft.
Yeah.
If you want deep diving into fucking wide receivers in the 6th round sleepers, we're not going to have it for you.
Nope.
So don't expect that. It'll be a bit of fun. We'll pick on Caleb Williams a bit. I might pick on Jaden Daniels because our guest is a big Jaden Daniels guy, and it'll be fun. Get him rolled up.
I might just pick on Billy. It's fine.
Nah, Billy's our boy. He's our guest. It's got to be nice when he's our guest.
Oh,
That's the rules.
Them are the rules.
I'll pick on him.
When you come on the other
I'll
one,
pick
then
on
you
him
can
there.
do because
Okay.
you're the guest and they
Yep.
can't be mean back to you.
beautiful. Thank you.
That's the
very much.
rules.
They're the
All right.
rules of podcasts, yes.
Yes. Peace out, hombres.
Cheers. Tuesday.
Yo, welcome to the show. Gather round, listen close. We got George, Brock, and J.A. bringing you the most NFL podcast. It's about to go down. 3 amigos ready to run this town. George, man, he's the Eagles' #1 fan. Obnoxious and loud, he'll make you understand. He'll talk smack about every other team, but deep down, he's just living a dream. Brock repping the Ravens.